Africa. Yes, we're welcoming and Sunday. It is, of course, Expresso on S3. Thank you. Award-winning, because we have an award-winning presenter in our midst.
Oh, it's the only way that you can join the team, man. You know, the batteries are running low. Maybe you need just a little bit of extra chutzpah, some motivation to get you through your day. We are here. Amazing films that have been released this year.
Oh my! Pairing with Lady Gaga as well, which I think was definitely a highlight of my year. I know.
My team, man, surely it's okay. For me, Wild Robot, definitely the pick of the lot.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
Lupita.
Oh, the heart, the emotion, nerves, anxieties, absolutely beautiful. So if you can still see it, go and do it. I also hear Transformers is next level.
Ooh, of
you
course
can see who the parent of the mix is. But we want to know from you guys as well. We want you to get into that cinematic mindset this morning. Why? Because
his name Denzel Washington, and I'm like, Denzel Washington in the Gladiator, sign me up. Thank you very much.
Oh man, so many touch points there. But of course, we want to put it to you guys this morning to start that conversation. We want 2,000. Wow, don't I feel old right now? Do you remember? Sing us that song. You can hit us up on all of our social media platforms. Read headlines.
Thank you so much, Gray. 3 minutes in foodborne illnesses and fatal diseases to trace the source of food contamination, as well as vendors, raising concerns of negligence. Looking at other news, in the commissioner of the South African border at the Mozambique border, reports indicate a significant traffic jam. Russia has reportedly sent up 200 of mercenaries across West and Central, known as Wagner, now under Russian military Mbosogo. The world's missions are set to hit a new high this temperatures, from rising more than the projected 1.5 degrees Celsius. With 2024 already recorded as the warmest year on record, O'Sullivan emphasizes that the use of fossil fuels must change dramatically. He reiterated that the call to reduce carbon emissions is critical and cannot be stressed. These cellist Eru 3 continents. Triveni needs to transport listeners convergence. The Smiles Clark News. Let's delve into the world of sports. Here's G-Man with the latest.
Absolutely thrilled for Vota. Let's step off. Just 17 deliveries nearly lifted the Black Varma's impressive century. Proteas face a must-win. So currently granted bail at spending on private security and PR serve tax potential witnesses. The case is a ATB finals win with a. So despite his strong showing, Alcaraz's 7-3, 6-3 win marks his second victory, putting him now close to a last 4 berth in the season-ending competition. Now let's championship tour, which is great news. Now increasing to CT surface top 7. Move continues the 27th of January at Hawaii. For now, we will delve a little deeper into some cricket in just a moment. But right now, let's see what the weather has in store.
Thank you so much, Graham. And Central Free State, the Northwest and Northeastern Northern Cape. Now expect localized flooding on roads, low-lying areas and bridges, Sander Bay and Cape Point in the early morning. Additionally, extreme Karib as well as Joe Morolong local municipalities in the Northern Cape, as well as Kagiso Molopo in the Northwest. Now, before you leave your weather and head into some temperatures, let's look at the sunrise view of this hour on this gorgeous Thursday morning. Absolutely love that sharing your morning with us. 06340. Look at what you can expect in your world of temperatures today, so you know exactly how to dress.
Summer season now, 37 degrees, stay indoors. Faye Tunnicliffe is in. I know how much getting her spot in that team means to her. Cannot wait.
You weighing okay going into, of course, the weekend.
What is going on?
Gosh.
What is going on?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Okay,
What do you think
let's
happened?
check it out, and then we'll be back after the break.
brilliant news. The Proteas women are, of course, gearing up to back on home soil. In fact, the first one since 2000. Be here. I told you, I said manifest, and we manifested on the show. I don't want to say it was anything to do with me. You kind of know, do you squad and how that feels?
Yeah, always up to the powers that be. But I'm just glad that it hasn't gone unnoticed. So yeah, just really glad that I've been kind of contributing at domestic level, and now this is where we are. It's really exciting.
Is that what got you the nod? Do you think the consistency, because clearly you've been watched, which is great to know that they are making sure that all the assets are being managed in that sense. But what do you, particular level, but what do you think has got you into the squad now ahead of this test?
Yeah, I think consistent performances, specifically in T20. I have had a couple of good domestic years, which helps. Yeah, and I've kind of just been trying to stay on top of things in terms of fitness and all of that.
I'm glad. Well, I don't know. That's going to continue, actually, I think, for this morning. But I love that. I love where the team is right now, and I love the fact that we're back on home soil. Because you've got the full spread. You've got to have the balance right in all formats of the game, and you've got to kind of hit the ground running. We know England are an explosive side. They're going to not hold back, certainly not in the T20s. And
yeah, absolutely. And I think also England are a phenomenal makeup. They've got world-class cricketers there. I'm just really excited to play against such world-class cricketers.
For sure.
Yeah, it helps that I know a couple of the ladies in the team, which does help. That takes a little bit of the nerves away. But yeah, they're a phenomenal team, and I think I'm going to learn a lot from the series. Hopefully we can go out, guns blazing and come out victorious.
Well, because it's home soil. To be able to play this, and we kind of crack jokes about the test, but it's actually absurd that we haven't had a test since 2002. That is mind-blowing to me. What does that about that?
Yeah, it's festive, and we know that South Africans love it. Hopefully it'll so good for the game. It's just going to grow the game.
Kind of been a part of an interesting, I suppose I've had a front row seat to watch the domestic on the women's side, the domestic get a massive shot in the arm. It just feels different. Now, we don't often connect the dots now, but the Proteas are playing a different brand of cricket at the moment. Some of the best players in the world around the team, because you're not in that Protea camp all the time. For the rest of the year, you're plying your trade.
Level. So now there are a lot more people knocking on the door at the Proteas level. So I think there could be players, feeling the heat, because now the competition is professional. It's not just now youngsters coming into the team. It's professionals stepping into a professional space. So you kind of step into a higher level, but at the end of the day, it's still our job.
Yeah, and it's a paid-for job, which is a beautiful thing when you find out how much that means to you. But it's kind of like around the corner at Willowmo Park in Benoni, which... What is it about, is it the smaller grounds to be able to widen that kind of scope, so to speak, to introduce to new fans, and they are young, to know what it means to be exposed to cricket when you're there, when you're live, when you're seeing the ladies play? How important is that?
Yeah, it makes such a difference. Of these smaller grounds, it really helps just at Supersport Park. They're going to be, asking their parents, can we go to this game, go and watch the Proteas? Again, we've got...
World. And you're a part of that fold, girl. Congratulations. Congratulations. I know how difficult it is when your talent belongs to us. Because we've been a part of the journey, and we cannot wait to kick off. Enjoy taking Carissa through her paces.
Thank you.
Oh, Faye, please be kind to giving you some money. Possibly, maybe, yes, you're interested. Well, get ready to dribble your way to Sports Stake 8 millions by playing Fixture List 804. So don't get left offside on a chance to #BeInja. Yeah.
No, I'm not. And I'm they're going into a tour because clearly fitness, conditioning on another level. Is Carissa ready for what you're going to give this one? But your eyes are saying something else, man. I don't know. No, we've got to look after this vessel and the equipment that we use when we move, but sick at this time of the year.
It's my feel good.
Worst time of the year, don't worry. And IP, Cape Western Cape Chairman, he is the guy. Brent Sinhedge is here with the answer to your top concerns to help you breathe a little easier this season, because it feels like there is no flu season. Dip into your knowledge base that is so current. So thank you for being that for us and coming back here every week. And thank you so much for weighing in on the conversation as well. I'm going to start with Precious transition. And that really does strike a chord with me, because it's often not in the peak of a winter or summer. It's when we move into spring, we move into winter, or even out of winter. Why is this, and what knock-on effect does it have?
So, yeah, spraying your pollen from various sources, and it's irritating our nasal passages. And that irritates
A little back door, hey, come on in, guys, come on, join the party.
and then probates your susceptibility to respiratory infections.
So it's kind of like a perfect storm when you least need it, and especially now because you want to be outdoors, you want to be in. So following on from that, this seems to have help in that sense, because often you don't need to solve the issue right away. You just need to mitigate the knock-on effect and let the body do what it needs to do.
So Sinutab is a really versatile product, and it's designed to alleviate, harnesses this combination of 3 different products. You've got your pain reliever, you've got your decongestant, and your antihistamine component. Your pain reliever, that's there to take away any pain, pressure, and alleviate any fever that might be there.
And this is quite a nerve center in your head like that, so it's amazing how just something small there can affect the whole outlook.
Which helps you breathe a little bit easier. And finally, you've got your antihistamine, which is there to minimize sneezing as well as dry up that runny nose.
Oh, I love that. A lot of people are like, why my sleeping position plate slaps me to tell me to turn onto my side. For me, it does, but what's the general rule?
So sleeping position is definitely an effective way to manage your nighttime congestion out of your sinuses and relieve that pressure. But the downside to that is you've got to remember that you don't want to elevate it too much without moving your neck into an unnatural position.
And even as we're saying this, people are like, that's what it is when we're active, when we're conscious, and then we go to sleep. And we had this to say, how can nasal sprays, maybe you want to expand?
So again, your passages, loosen that mucus and just help it to drain out.
Not too invasive, it's natural.
Of relief in your nasal passages. Then you've got your decongestant sprays, which provide more. And if you're looking for something other than medications and your postnasal drip, and hot showers. Just taking a hot shower before you go to bed if you struggle helps to open up and give you that good night's sleep.
Now, a little mini spa treatment before you go to bed. If you have that heavy congestion, if you have any questions or anything that is bothering you, they can ring. And of course, you want to be able to get you there.
This morning, Faye, strength, agility, as well as endurance, which of course is key for any cricketer to perform at the highest level, which of course you have done and continue to do. So I also want to be a cricketer.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
You can give it a try.
Oh, that's
Have you
a
ever
lot
played
lighter.
baseball, any type of bat sports?
I played softball a couple times when I was in primary school.
All right, well, that's pretty much the gist.
Okay.
So, yeah, basically, you kind of got it down.
Up here,
Yeah,
and then you swing.
there we go. That's 6
Ooh.
runs. That's
so
a
it doesn't
7.
go over the shoulder. You
It
go
can.
from like here.
You're actually ready for the poachers.
Oh, thank you. That was my official audition. Okay,
right.
cool. How do we actually stay mobile and have the limbs move around when it comes to cricket in particular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mostly there's a lot of something that I'll kind of just do. So we're just kind of getting into the hip flexors here. It's been a long week for me of training, so any type of mobility right now is
Is
appreciated.
worth it. Especially this time of the morning too. You kind of want to wake the body up a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. And then we switch sides,
does-
sliding and diving.
See people doing exactly that, sliding, diving,
slide
and I'm
up.
like, oh,
Yeah.
it's actually.
Up just like this.
Ooh.
Kind of gets into it's kind of just wood.
So how many times a week do you actually train? What goes into this?
5 to 6 days a week.
Sure.
Cricket stuff, so batting, bowling, field walks out. Do this generally a couple of, just getting into all the good things. Yeah, mobility out of being in the gym. That's generally what I'll do with my free time.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
Yeah.
Because I was
anything
going to
like
ask
that.
you, like, when you have days off, what do? You're in the gym.
Gym, of course. Gym, run. Sea Point Prom is my best friend.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that we're so spoiled in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Okay, what else have we got?
All right, we can sit down
Okay.
for the last one. So this is just kind of opens up all the hips.
Because once you're injured, I mean, what do you do? it's way too late.
Sit at home, watch cricket.
Cricket runs through your blood. I'd really
really
love
does.
to see it, Faye.
You know, I think she would just be beaming right now. Well, I hope.
No, I'm sure she would be. In fact, she'd
She's
be
what
like
I'm doing this for.
starstruck just seeing the moves you're making right now.
Yeah, she's
Congratulations. You the crisp apple. It's a little bit sparkly. Hope you don't mind it. Deserving of a nice little cheers.
Beautiful.
We're so proud of you, Faye.
Thank you.
Yay!
I want to see you bowl. I just have a feeling there's that inbound tour. A big fan, because a South African fan is the best. Grateful that he is alive. Stick around.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover fast.
We love having international rock and alternative pop. Sneak peek before we chat to the gents.
All the beautiful flowers in Japan. Story has been told time and time again. All the beautiful.
Hopefully you'll have a louder cheer when you actually start performing. No, I joked earlier about the South African fans, but there are bands coming from all over the world to start tours here because the South African fan, we punch above our weight class, man. We love it. So welcome to South Africa, gentlemen.
It's very early. Thank you for having us, Graham. Thank you, South Africa, for having us.
I know, it's a two-edged sword being on the show, but it's a great way to introduce yourself to.
For sure.
I'm hoping, obviously, a legion of fans already here and some new ones as well. I'm sorry, before we talk about anything else, who is Charlie and why were you worried about his condition and if he is alive? Please explain.
I don't want to bring anybody down, but it's my uncle. He passed away.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, that was last year, and I was the last one. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No,
man.
no worries about it. But it's about Charlie is alive. It's a very uplifting, positive little moments. You want it beautiful, right? So this.
I love the fact he's giving me goosebumps thinking about that because they live in those moments and they live in the words and the beautiful sounds on this album. I absolutely love that. The fact that you get to live this every day in these moments, recreating. And it begs the question, because before COVID, every artist, you almost had to be tortured and a little bit broken to find your music.
Yeah.
You guys have been processing. You guys have been using feel through your music that you are more mentally well. Talk us through that creative process and what it takes to create the kind of music that you do.
Of course, it makes us with a band and together.
It's flow.
It is, and we're like brothers. You know, we tour around, and you know, we're here in South Africa, so that's a brilliant thing to do. We feel like we can't, you know, bring everybody down because life can be hard. But we have sad songs, but you can have this little twist in every song where you feel like.
Well, that's catharsis. You've got the context to be able to do that. I don't think artists. South Africa, why? Why start the tour here?
We have been with the family, my wife, and for Christmas, because you'll be.
I was separate.
We saw so many bands.
I'm going to shout out to them as well because this is happening because
they
of
brought us here. Shout out to my brother Dan.
No, that's
This is no.
Shot, baby. Shoot
Give
your
it,
shot.
Give it back. Give it back.
So good to have you here. Also, at the end of the year, there's also magic in the air here. So it is a great time to be here. When we look at the creative process in a collection like this, where you guys can go in so many different routes, there seem to be so many influences. Is there a process, an algorithm for creating the music that you do? Does it feel, is there a draconian in the studio who cracks the whip and drives it? I don't know why I felt that. No. I had to point at you.
You're pointing at me. Yeah, you picked the right guy. There's a big crew here. You have different people. I write the songs. You know, we pick up everything. You know, we talk about it here. I wrote a song about the Ghost Mountain up in South Africa at Kruger Park. And it's actually
Worthy of a song.
It's worthy of a song. So what can it be about? So, you know, I made up the story.
Madness and mayhem to plug into this morning, but I don't know. I think you guys are going to fit right in. I just have a feeling there's an energetic match, man.
We'll be here every day if you want us.
Oh, man, we'll keep you up for another 6 months. I was going to ask if you had a highlight in South Africa, but you've literally become South African. The fact that you've spent you, but I think you get us, and our fans absolutely get you, man. So thank you so much for bringing what you represent, your creativity to this part of the world. Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Man. Oh, man, we'll keep those dates up and how you can get tickets as well.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be front row, get VIP treatment, Black Friday deals. They throw the building. We're going to be put through many. Oh, okay. Hello. Out and then figure.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You know, I always feel like our heads are saying a lot on Black Friday. But they are
To give you a little something there. Let's take a look at what you can actually score as you sit there.
really
No.
want. Okay,
Don't tell them. Don't
just
tell
so
them.
that we can get in there first. Okay, so let's start with a must and a sturdy, a
Like
durable. So for the A types out there, this is what you back strain, and I'm beginning to realize this section of the
Streaming types, the people that want to watch things in their beds. This is the perfect
so the
accompaniment
super
to
lazy on the other side.
15S with 8 gig RAM as well as 200, and you can get yourself something that is just so
good.
powerful. Work that is just an unbeatable.
Orb a lot of the cost points, and they think, okay, what out of the products within this?
From
No, I
the
do go
basics.
massively down that path because they've just made it so accessible. But how many young people, especially, are going to need a laptop to carry them through the next 2-3 years of school through varsity? It's almost a given now that you have to under 8K.
Under 8K?
Prince, when buying a laptop, it's often I think most people will think it's not for me. I will go to an internet cafe. I'll do whatever. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Well
Oh, we
done.
absolutely love that game. Thank you for always having our back. It's the Throwback Thursday, Black Friday in your hands, quite literally. And I remember in varsity, I think I told at university, I don't have it anymore. It really should have been a relic somewhere in a museum.
I call those. I've got like 3 of them there that have got so much pertinence. They look like something out of a 70s sci-fi film. When you take it out, this couldn't have been an actual working computer, surely. When last did you see a computer?
You remember
Have you?
young days? We used to have those before flash drives became.
I used to have to load my first auto cue on TV with a disc, okay, and use DOS to load the commands. Now, do you remember DOS? It was the
No.
original operating system
Morse
of
code.
computers, pretty much. Compared to computer code. It had to begin somewhere, which is mind-blowing
my
to me to see how
goodness.
far we is. This is not that, and no DOS required. 99, absolutely beautiful. And remember, these deals
Today, simply head to Game. Who's hiring a porter will soon address the nation. Stated that the Department of Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi notes health or agricultural Donald Nahegseth, 44, who served in a smart and a true in conflict with. Also deployed thousands of mercenaries across core Africa, formerly known Gwem, African flag waving oh so high nomination for Treveni's. Blends he's so filled with gratitude. Kellerman reflects inspiring unity into your world of sports with G-Man.
Here's even when they fall to victory, but they did. South Africa's 2 wanderers on Friday. What that happened yesterday. Over 20,000 rand. And PR service on Newcomb Group. So that was 7-6. This one, which is massive 26 championship tour in CT surface. The top 7 unity now.
Well, let's have a first and last look at what's happening in traffic. We start out in Johannesburg in Gauteng with the side of the road and maintain a safe following distance as traffic is slow moving. Make sure the playlist is also banging. Out in Cape Town in Athlone and Cape Town in Monwa, BC, motorist side caution when passing through, and remember. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms across the western and along with possible Cape Point in the early morning. Localities in the Northern Cape, as well as view of the hour from Laresh. And I'm wondering if they have a horizon with the sun like that on a down, so that you too, if you can, beat Laresh at a morning view. Share Rouse officially renamed it as Uppies, right?
Uppies, and Keaton Team Fire from the SVR. And you guys were actually treating us like we were normal people asking a relevant, normal question. So thank you so much for that. Absolute silliness, not so much in your world.
We're going to do something delicious and great as we get
on our show. So
it's
on. Whoa.
Dreaming of the perfect night's sleep? One lucky viewer stands to win a queen-size Hybrido Dream base set and memory foam pillow worth 18,000 rand from Restonic. Simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, X or IG pages and I Dream Whisper, I Dream Zonal Comfort, Hybrido Dream or I Dream Zonal Plush and why. Remember the hashtag Power of Sleep. Competition closes. Viewer stands to win a queen-size Hybrido Dream base set and memory foam pillow worth 18,000 rand from Restonic. Simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, X or IG pages and tell us if you could give your bedroom a makeover for the best sleep experience, which iDream mattress would you pick? iDream Whisper, iDream Zonal Comfort, Hybrido Dream or iDream Zonal Plush and why. Remember the hashtag Power of Sleep. Competition closes 26 November. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel good.
S3, your feel-good breakfast here, brings creativity face building with design legends Bill Billingham as well as Lesego Moagi, watching every design bold award of 100,000 rand up for grabs. And today, sitting on our wonderful couch, we're introducing the dynamic duo. It is Hannah and it is Keaton, and they are known as Team Fire. Team Fire in the team. I'm glad because truly, you do it with grace. You make it look, relatively easy, but I know behind.
Absolutely. I mean, we've really wanted our theme to inform, I think, every decision we've made. We can really back it up and draw it all back to fire. We've dug into all the elements that, fire can work.
You've got to bring that across in everything you do. And when I look at you guys, honestly, I'm like, let's ship this. This is beautiful. We want to see you together forever and ever and ever in every situation.
I mean, I think, digging deep and using common sense and just creativity. We don't have a rule book in our head. So we're just kind of, figuring it out as we go. But I think it plays in our favor.
And we share the same taste. That has been the biggest thing, is that we really love the same thing. So we're kind of just riding that wave.
Oh, that is beautiful. And clearly it's working out as well. So you might not have, a background in what you're doing, but you are creatives, no?
Yes.
And how do you sort of incorporate your creativity individually and together as a duo into every single thing you do? I mean, how does it manifest?
I mean, we love to mood board first of all. We love to get paint swatches up on the wall and just experiment. I mean, even the texture of our walls that we are playing with throughout our apartment is just something unexpected and something that happened by chance. So, we are just, I think we're open, to...
We're, once again, as Hannah said, we're optimistic and we love to learn. So we are really, as first-time interior designers, we are so keen to learn. So we are just trying to absorb everything. So, it's been so much fun.
And looking at that, you're saying it's been fun. Do you see yourself pursuing interior design going forward?
Definitely. I mean, I don't know on what scale, but it's so much more. So we've already had some calls from friends and family who say, come give us advice.
Always got to add the tags. No, I love this. I always wonder in situations like that are quite high stress, right? How do you even deal with that? I don't want to say failures, but when it comes to construction sites, things always can go south. How do you deal with things not going the way you planned?
Sure.
I think by giving me those moments, she says, okay, just go take a breather.
She allows it.
Yes. And then, she knows. And she knows when to not, maybe push me too far. She's like, just have your moment, get over it. And then she knows that I always come back.
Yeah.
It never lasts long.
Okay.
So.
And somehow things always work out. So I just kind of trust the process. Some things may take a bit of time, and hiccups, I don't know, often lead you to little unexpected treasures. So,
oh my gosh,
you know?
it is that hopefulness that's so infectious, that eternal optimism. Give me some more of that. I absolutely love it.
I mean, and I think really make us take this career path seriously and be like, okay, there's something here for us.
Right.
Yeah, I think in the beginning we were just so grateful to, you know, make it through the CTM challenge.
Yeah.
But I feel, you know, I can really back what we've done, and I feel like we deserve to win. Our work speaks for itself. So, I mean, it would just, it would be great to, like, you know,
If personality is not doing it, then the work will speak for itself, like we did say. Team Fire is what they called. I have to do it again because you're so hot. That needs to be a walk right now. Yes, baby. We love seeing us go from zero to hero and also discover which team will rise to the top and claim that ultimate prize. And it is a big prize. And remember, your voice also matters. So pick your favorite duo and join in on all the fun and all the action. Now, you can catch My Design Rules every single action. If that doesn't do it for you, hopefully Raul removing his shirt will, because he's the host of the show. Okay, I'm going to leave it there.
This Sunday evening at 7 on My Design Rules. The duos get cooking on their next challenge. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
This seems like a very big problem for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're doing everything that we can right now. Time is against us again.
All right, so we've got a problem.
Sunday evenings at...
Just look at that vibrant quality of cutting-edge expertise and, of course, CEO to service that truly stands above the rest. Let's experience that for ourselves.
We have a long-standing relationship with Plascon. They're the leading brand in the broad wall market. We've had a relationship with them for over 23 years. They assist us in technology, services, and the products that they offer us. And they offer us a unique position where we're able to compete directly with our main competitors. We can also be identified by the Paint Expert brand, which is our badge. Our relationship with Plascon, we share a common vision, common goal. We are aligned in terms of our strategy and the target market we focus and service. We don't just sell paint, we provide solutions. So we listen to our customers, we try and establish exactly what their needs are, and from that we offer a service which is offer our customers an unprecedented service. We focus on 4 major areas. Firstly, the color offering that we have. We try and ensure that our colors are consistent. Secondly, we offer deliveries to our customers. So we offer sustainable products with low VOCs. And finally, we provide training to our staff in the stores to enable them to provide. The Paint Club has a unique business model. We have a number of members, all independently owned. Each member runs their own company. And what we do is we co-brand, we have mutual branding with them. So every single member located in different regions and markets have their own brand that is very strong brand with those particular members. We provide them with the best prices, the best service and offering from a Plascon perspective, and then we back it up with our marketing tools and our social media advertising that we support them with. So at the end of the day, why we're unique and why it's different is because they are independent, they operate their businesses independently, and we're just there to help them steer their businesses in the right direction. Plascon offers products from entry level through to the mid-tier, up to the superior as well as the premium ranges. They offer products at various colors, as we can see on the PIC stand, and various functionalities as well. So you have wood products, you have waterproofing products, as well as the normal broad wall products, which effectively provides them with a total solution to your painting needs. The key thing about the stores and our location is to provide our customers and our consumers with accessibility. It's all very well being an expert, but you don't have stores in key locations. One of the key things about our relationship with our members is we have founder members that started with us over 16 years ago, and we're growing from strength to strength. We're located at the well-known R. James Hardware in Wynberg. They provide services of both paint and hardware to both the contractors, the DIY market, as well as designers and architects. I also want to mention that it's their 100th birthday, and I want to take the opportunity of wishing Rob and his team happy birthday. Well done, guys, that you've offered.
Family for helping us. Drama follows this team, but they are producing, buzzing. The goosebumps are flowing. Why? Because Kensington Road are here. They're in South Africa. They do feel a kind of South African because they love this place so much, and they've chosen to take their global tour to you, and you're going to get a little taste on the other side of this. Stick around. We'll see you now.
Step into a world where color meets possibility with Plascon's 20 products and stand to win a state of. Simply WhatsApp your receipt name. We've got this.
It's my feel-good.
Truffles are pure indulgence, rich, creamy, perfect for satisfying a sweet craving when the fire is burning inside you, enhanced with chocolatey full cream milk with design rules keep. And we got into your dynamic a little bit, so kudos to you guys, because this does kind of feel like this is very new territory for you. So we thought we'd push the boat out. Are either one of you as comfortable in the kitchen as you are making?
But I do like to stir the pot, so...
Ooh, in every sense, I think, in every sense. But that will we need a balanced clean fire. You're all about just dealing with it, okay? This is going to be one of those problems for tomorrow kind of things. Just deal with it. I'm sorry, that light is going to live on in history.
It'll haunt me forever.
No, but it's a good way to approach life. Don't worry about tomorrow's drama when you've got enough drama to deal with right in front of you today. Okay, so basically what you're going to be doing is putting our ingredients into our boiler here and heating it up nicely so that we can add the hot to the chocolate to melt it, okay? So normally you would do chocolate on a bain-marie or some of our chocolate milk.
Okay.
What I love about this, it's absolutely delicious. Obviously, real cocoa in there, cocoa-rich flavor. But if you're not concentrating, if you're just, you get the calcium that you need from your dairy. Now you're holding it like it's an elixir, like pure gold. Don't do simmer. Okay, then we're going to add our cream.
Our cream's going in.
There, and you will get a chance to stir. Don't worry. And then we're going to let it simmer and just enjoy it. What I love about this chocolate milk, and literally, it's one of those things, sorry, you've got to have a label on it to stop people from downing it, because I will literally drink a full carton on my own. It's one of those things, either one of you suffer from, like, hangriness when you're just eat it. Lucian, Uncle Lucy is going to bring us some glasses so we can actually have a taste, and we can then see to the guy who's normally barking orders. But Lucian, please would you pour some of that gorgeous, look at that elixir just flowing out. You can have a little sip. Then I would urge you, please, Lucian, you can have a truffle if you want, dude, because we love you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, look at you. Shots fired. I'm going to have all of the truffles. And they open the fridge, which will probably be an awesome sound. Do you want to try one of the truffles, guys? I know it's nice and early to be getting supercharged, but have a little taste. Okay. Lovingly made by our amazing kitchen team.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love the fact that there is a genuine love for each other. I'm sure that gets pushed. Have there been moments where you are like, I'm with the wrong partner, I need to divorce myself out of this situation? Hey?
I think...
Separation anxiety is real.
I love that. Stir it. Do you mind stirring this pot just a little bit? So, my director's asking me, is it on? We are playing around a little bit, but this then, the hot liquid gets poured into our chocolate buttons over there. I hope you guys have got some time. We're going to keep
What's rest?
Yeah, exactly.
We're just happy to be off-site for the day.
I'm going to say you bring it down to a lower vibration, maybe. Maybe rest isn't in your framework. We went for a mix of vermicelli. First one, it's all right. You can have them all.
Still my first.
You also did last
But it's it's going to
enjoying
be,
this.
yeah.
There we go. That's looking
Graham, do you
good.
think
I
we're
think
good to go?
Go for it. You're the boss. You're the
Okay.
boss, my friend. This isn't tomorrow's problem. It's
Yeah.
today's problem, Keaton. Will turn out just as beautifully. Our kitchen team will finish them off. So from here, we let this cool. Once it's nicely mixed through, we get our beautiful paste. We roll that into balls after about 2 hours, 2.5 hours of letting it just chill. Delights. You can head over to expressoshow.com. Well done, hey? And you guys aren't judgy, which is quite something in a reality show like this. I love having you here. Maybe, in fact, you can have them all.
I don't have any self-control. So
they're going to fit. Yum. No, drink that.
I mean,
what's new from Clover? New flavored full cream milk. All the creamy goodness you'd expect from Clover milk with calcium and vitamin D. Available in delicious chocolate and strawberry flavors. Try it.
Eating and definitely raising some glasses. Need to get into a song.
Time, we're two, three.
Maybe this is slow. Maybe now it's time for me to go. You're falling behind, and all of your words are broken and hard to find. Story has been told, time and time again. Such the distance, see words I broke. Story all the beautiful flowers in Japan. Story has been told time and time again. All the beautiful flowers in Japan. Oh, 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 oh. All the beautiful flowers in Japan. Story and beautiful.
Road are here. There is.
You love that they started here as well because they recognize.
Milano has reached out. One of us kind of coined the term uppies.
About the word Uppies, mean high school Uppington. The school's name is...
It's like we really needed to understand that fully because that's how we work on the show.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of
It's my feel good.
As parents, we all want to keep our kids all around us all the time. And that's why Nivea's son is dermatologist Dr. Lauren Knight are here to discuss why children's skin is so vulnerable to sun damage. There is something about the first time that you feel your bubba's skin, Lauren. It is the softest, sweetest thing. You almost burst out crying there. Sorry, man. Yeah, I'm also a crier, so I tread lightly here. But additive.
I mean, we know their skins are sensitive because they're still... So if we think of the skin from the outside in, our outermost layer, our stratum corneum, and then our epidermis are much thicker penetration by irritants, allergens, triggering of your immune system. So the immune system with this immaturity is often hyperreactive. So kids, you touch them, they develop this big over response. They have these things develop. And then the under response is this content in their skin. So this makes the skin amazing at absorbing anything you put on it. So fantastic for that moisturizer you want to put on your child.
for that barrier.
Harmful to their skin, readily also
Like a
taken up.
sponge.
So that's why we have to be really mindful about what we're putting on their skin at all times.
And that comes to sun care. The damage that can be done, and this is where we can let the anxiety rise, because you kind of can't go backwards. You can mitigate the damage moving forward, but it is essential that you protect during this crucial phase.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, with children compared to adults, that much. But in a child that's less than 1, that could actually be quite a huge impact onto their body and onto the rest of their actual, their organs to try and deal with it.
Sure. Okay, no, I am. And there will be those days where you're like, oh, my centre is the best way to approach, and I'll get this from both of you, skin protection.
So I like to think of it as a multi-layered approach, but what you say is kind of the pinnacle of it. We have to model what we want to do for our children. So avoid the skin, and you want to empower your kids. You're wanting a broad spectrum coverage.
And you know, because there will be that guy who's 65, you might be not.
But you're not.
Keep protecting your skin. What happens when damage can be done?
Well, that's the thing. So if you suspect that anyone has got, because generally that sunburnt area is warm, so cool the skin down.
It holds the heat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't put ice on it, because that thing is moisturize. Okay. So put on a good moisturizing cream, something like an.
About to say exactly the same
so
thing.
all
We
of us
keep our
pro
after
parents
sun in the fridge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pro parents are already primed on that. I'm going saying put it in the fridge. So when you get a good dose of Panado, and chances are if you actually have burnt skin, you're dehydrated. So hydrate up. Take that extra fluids in to just keep hydrated.
How at my age have I not heard this all? It's always present. Why is this? We know too often, let alone once, within a child.
Well, I mean, exactly, and it's that unblistering sunburn interest you can start accumulating from childhood doubles your risk of melanoma, which is our more deadly skin cancer.
Sure.
So it really, really is important to protect. You know, set aside the long-term
control. It is in our, well, most of the time I say that like I control my kids, but we are always trying. But that is an incredible, I think for me, and I'm using it, and your own slitheriness of your skin offers immediate protection from UVA. It's pediatrically a sun product to stand a chance to win, and this is how you can do it.
Wouldn't you love to visit the home of Tropica Island of Treasure Zanzibar? Well, you can. The Safira Blue Luxury Resort and Villas in Zanzibar. Keep your till slip handy. T's and C's apply. You could be soaking up the sun.
Studio. Oh my gosh, there it goes again. What? Hello? Of course, it's Prosper Bond. Prosper, what is going on? Oh my gosh. So this is what's been happening behind the scenes the whole time?
Yes, I'm having my Bokomo crunchy cornflakes.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me, why do you love it so much that it's worth risking your job for? Because the whole time we were here, experience this. But why is this your go-to breakfast in the morning?
It fills you up. Everything.
It's got a variety to it. And I have to ask you again, was the extra crunch that you were chewing with worth shaking the camera for and shaking up the studio?
I might lose my job.
You might lose your job, Prosper.
And I don't care.
Fixed because Bacomo's been nice. And now they've got a new recipe. Can you hear the crunch, though? The ASMR. Give us a crunch. You can experience exactly that in every single box. It is new. It is improved. It's the Bacomo cornflakes recipe, and it offers some
crunch quick.
Crunch. It's so see for more crunch, and you can code, or you can even WhatsApp. Hi. Apply. Thank you, Pros.
This Saturday evening on Tropica Island of Treasure. Today, 2 teams are going home. What? But it won't be any of you.
Surprise, surprise.
We are the Tropic Twist.
Is you back again. Just when you thought you got rid of us.
I don't think this is goodbye. I think it's see you later.
See you later. Catch Tropica Island of Treasure Saturday evening at 7:30 on X3.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Well, for it. Oh, we love this, man. We love movies like this. We love these big moments.
I do not know how this is possible as far.
Are you not entertained, JP Sebastian? Are
No,
you not
I'll
entertained?
try a 79. Bravo, Victor!
It's got to be big because the first was big. It kind of, well, I suppose whenever.
No, this is a mirthful blink. Don't worry. This is not an angry blink.
An angry blink. When Ridley Scott gets involved, we kind of just times everything by 100. Is it scale? What is
How
his
is this
thing?
man still alive? Asian families. This is all in the last 2 years. Then he did, and who made Thelma and Louise. This is the man who made Gladiator.
Well, you got to take a bit of license, and especially when you've created can I call it a franchise? Gladiator franchise.
It's so weird that we have a Gladiator 2. It's got the number 2.
2 on it. I know.
That's
Like,
to a scene. Let's chuck it into a featurette because we talked. Well, he did The Martian as well with Matt Damon. And shocked at how they trained for Gladiator 2. I feel like they killed someone by mistake. Let's have a look. Volume, please. Yes. Disappointment compared to the first, but good.
For fun. It's real.
There was a big focus on the physical preparation for this film.
Remember why you're here? Gladiator 2, we're making history! I've put these guys through hell. There was a lot of very physical training. I got my ass kicked.
You can prep and prep and prep and prep, but you still got to kind of throw that away.
We wouldn't need a wire, I can take that. Do it.
And also, like, whatever genius idea Ridley's going to throw at you.
I discovered that Paul's very fast, very brutal with the sword.
Crazy, right?
I've had some training with swords before, but not like this. It surprised the hell out of me because he can be really violent.
The attack is fucking perfect.
Ridley has an extraordinary team. They're absolutely committed.
Pedro and Paul got beat up by the best.
I'm incredibly proud of the finished product. It's just an absolutely mad experience. Film just dials it up to 100.
My hat comes off to them and what they did.
Sorted.
Ridley Scott is such an honor. He goes, people watch people die for. But what did we just do, guys?
But when the behind the scenes are that impactful, when the behind the scenes, first of all.
Firstly, do you remember the little kid Lucius in Gladiator 1? I shall cheer for you, Gladiator. These are my horses.
You're wondering about who his father was and kind of thing, or at a point you're like, oh, he could be so and so. Yeah.
Yeah, because they had a thing, Maximus and.
But he was destined to become the emperor. Yeah?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, thank you for remembering the family tree and all that. So the story is in a way, he's exiled because... and so Paul Mescal then runs off to Numidia, where he joins up with an African kingdom. Movies, I think about like Alien Covenant or Prometheus. Where you might hear people still whispering and shuffling with their popcorn. He will shut you up in 5 minutes. The way he kicks down the door, dude. And that fight, it's going to be jarring for people. It's really sad that it's going to be jarring for people. It's like, that's a real trebuchet. Someone built that with their hands. It's not CG. That's wood, and that's fire, and that's stone, and that's probably real blood. Yes, there are sharks in the gladiatorial ring. So, man, that opening fight is, sure, it's adrenaline pumping stuff. And from the training that you just saw, I want to say that every fight that's in this, these actors are drilled, dude. Like, they rehearsed the heck out of these fights. And so it really does feel dangerous, and it really does feel like they put in the work.
It looks amazing.
You're dumbstruck.
Do you? Well, I'm sitting here thinking, do I need to be thinking about Gladiator when I watch this film, or is
Ridley
it better
Scott
to go
would
into this
use
with
a bunch of F expletives at you to say, who gives a darn?
I like that. I like that.
So, like,
man.
He's made a movie here that, oh man, Denzel Washington is in full flight in this. Denzel Washington is the sassiest man. And here's one of my first problems about the movie, though, however, is that
there's a rhinoceros.
Paul Mescal, yeah, that's not a problem in the least. Paul Mescal is fantastic as an actor. He really is good. You guys need to watch After Sun. Yes. But I feel like they chose possibly the wrong protagonist for this. Denzel Washington's character is so interesting. So he's more about the intrigues. the
subtext.
Yeah, the subterfuge and the backstabbing and all of that kind of stuff. And of course, we like to have bits of action in between. But almost like in Dune, you have plans within plans. And I wish that Denzel was the hyper-focus of this. But they could have kept the same balance as just somehow make him the number one behind the story. And obviously, he is a really major part. But Paul Mescal's character almost feels, in a way, a bit one note. It's like he's at full rage because his wife was killed, by the way, by Pedro Pascal's character, who's a general for Rome. He's a bit of a reluctant general because he can see that Rome is just greedy. It's just, you know, hey, is there more oil in the Middle East? Let's go.
I like the fact that we've got, you know, that kind of dynamic tension within characters.
But like I said, as far as dynamic tension goes, a bit too much of a plateau of rage for Mescal, whereas with Russell Crowe, he goes into nihilism. He goes into the desert. He thinks there's no point, and he has to build.
Lost and he comes back.
So it lacks that sort of growth in a bit of a way. But as far as the offerings, like we have rubbish, really, by comparison of like Fast and Furious, where the action doesn't feel as tactile as it used to be. This feels hands-on and it's blockbuster stuff that you deserve. So you would probably want to hear a number.
He is the blockbuster guy. He will bust the blocks. I don't know what.
Who cares? Who cares, Graham?
How many?
Funny enough, I mentioned that. By the way, Gladiator 1 was the movie where I got my first kiss. That's a story for another day.
Oh, I like that. At what point in the movie, man?
This is where the Romans are attacking the Germans. Pure violence. Why am I about to kiss you? Why did I eat garlic bread before this? Oh my goodness.
Everyone, well,
you want to hear a mad storyline, by the way. Originally, they were going to make it a time travel movie where Russell Crowe travels to become a CIA special ops guy. But that's a story for another day as well.
There can always be a gives Gladiator II. Nice.
Lucky viewers the chance to win this official Gladiator II. I'm going to go head-to-head for it for sure. Now, you can find the Gladiator II competition post on our social media and state your most fascinating warrior. Bringing it home. And be sure to include that hashtag Gladiator2. Now, the competition does close by tomorrow's end, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. And I know you saw it as well. We've got some wicked details thrown in the mix as well. An ornament, a makeup bag, a beanie, a compact mirror. It's just going to be a good time for you all round. Absolutely love it. All right, now speaking about iconic films of all time, of course, so with your time.
My feel-good family, we're at New Metro in Empress Palace as we get to see the most anticipated film of 2024. It is Gladiator II tonight, and there's no better way to rein this in with a broken finger. I know for a fact we're going to see stars walking the star. We're going to see guests really showing up today. So let's go take a closer look, shall we? What an exciting premiere. Tell me, why did you guys believe that this was the way to really execute Gladiator II?
The story has come full circle.
Did you really expect fans to show up in this way?
Of course, yes. The story speaks for itself.
Yes.
And it's got a legacy to live up to.
Trickers, tell me, what brought you here to this premiere?
Gladiator, the original one, the one everybody's watched that movie. So I'm saying I've watched it 20 times. I am probably underplaying a little. I've watched that movie in this year at least 5 times. I consider myself as a modern day gladiator.
Yes.
And then looking at things like these, it's insane.
Yes.
Absolutely. So it's amazing. I think it's very inspiring to the youngsters in South Africa. That it just proves that anything is possible and it's never too late.
Look, I told you we were going to bring absolute South African champions to this red carpet for sure. Geraldine Pillay. We talk about action all the time, and you are an action girly. So how do you believe that this movie can sort of just impact where we're at right now?
I think, you know, and just to admire beautiful body.
Yes. Tell me, what are you looking forward to tonight? Especially because, like, this is your industry, you know?
I'm just so excited that, you know, people call him my uncle, Ridley Scott. I wish, you know, and like, you know, but like, I'm just excited he's still making movies and he's still making epic movies, you know?
Absolutely.
And tonight I'm just really excited for a Ridley epic.
This is really a story.
And then you just go outside the box and you show them, listen, I can do this, I can do that, and then you actually do it and you actually surprise yourself and others.
You watched the first one, yeah?
Hey,
exactly. So what are you looking forward to in the sequel?
Well, I want to see what happened to that little boy. I want to see how he grows up, what did he do, what did he become.
Yes.
So, yeah, and I think that this is like the perfect setting.
My excitement any longer. To the cinema we go! How was that?
So right now it's Oscar season coming up,
Yes.
and this for me,
Deserves an Oscar, right?
I'm like Denzel Washington.
Killed it.
Denzel is like, it's almost like it's his story too, but there's a moment where he's in the throne and it was absolutely phenomenal.
I really love Gladiator 1, but this was beyond my expectation.
There was sustainable practices that went into filmmaking, and me as a sustainable filmmaker loves that. But for the actual film, everything, like it was so good.
They kept the storyline throughout, so it really did meet my expectations in terms of that. And I think they carried it through really well. They carried the themes through, and they kept a lot of the similarities of things that we loved about the first movie. So I think they did a great job.
One successful. Oh man, New Metro always goes above and beyond with their experiences, and Gladiator II was insane. Denzel Washington continuously blows us away, and you, my feel-good family, get to see this on your screens from the 12th of November. That means today you get to book your tickets, take your family, and experience one of the most impactful and anticipated movies of 2024. Share your thoughts with us on social media, and happy watching.
Can of worms, okay? Now you can.
It's newmetro.co.za.
Oh, when you make an
Hey, yo.
entrance. When you
Morning,
make
morning,
an
morning.
entrance.
I was watching the TV. You guys were working so hard. I thought, nah, I need to sort you out. You can't do this alone. So I couldn't resist but join y'all.
It's crunch.
Can you hear this?
Well, it's nothing like a little bit of a texture, sensation, and journey.
It's not nostalgic for me. You know why? Because my boarding school didn't allow nice cereals like this.
Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. You're doing that one day at a time. We're going to make up for all of G's lost incredible breakfast moment. Go anywhere, Mzansi. We will crunch at you in just a bit.
I didn't hear a word, dude.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now, if you love breakfast, Como cornflakes now that surprising shake-up this morning. We are ready to dig in and experience the crunch ourselves like we didn't. Just do that, like 5 minutes. It's like mouthfeel and crunch.
It's weird.
But texture is such a big part of how you enjoy food. And with cereal, I'm sorry, for me, I'm a traditionalist. When it comes to you, when you're going to dig in, and if you have to go back through your kind of nostalgic memories, how do you do it? Milk?
So, obviously, nostalgic me was literally just hitting this up with milk and probably doubling up on the milk. So after the crunch, I would literally have like a nice, like a cornflake, like warm milk vibe going in me, and it was just the perfect finisher for breakfast. But things have changed since then, G.
Yeah,
things have changed.
Well, it's an interesting...
Absolutely. So I was more of like a seasonal milk connoisseur, absolute comfort with some warm toastiness in it. So yeah, that was me.
So here's to the mad scientists who have got this right. So they brought an extra toastiness, which actually it lends a beautiful flavor profile, which is great. It kind of takes that...
like, we're talking too much, bro. We didn't dig it.
You say crunch, okay?
And maybe they need to turn the mics down now because there's going to be an awful crunching noise going through here at the moment. So apologies, viewers. You're like rewinding the hands of time here. And I mean that, man. I'm thinking of when I was like getting ready for school and stuff, and we'd often get in another bowl. So
getting it on your blazer and your mom being like, what are you doing?
Literally, I remember the crunch and me like running out the house in a rush, like, oh, we gotta go. But it's a good memory nonetheless, because we always won the games that afternoon.
Well, this is the thing. It fills you with the good vibes. So they've kept the best of the old and they've made it very new. The new Bacoma cornflakes recipe, it's got this satisfying, some essential vitamins. We've got minerals, fiber, great fuel for maybe us who want the ideal breakfast crunch every single morning. I reckon I could could smash that in 3 days. I easily. Cereal, I was just a
I need to see my business. What's happening?
How are you?
Crunch hugs. We'll call this crunch hugs.
And you could have put your truffles inside that just to create something extra special.
Why not?
Can we hear the crunch just to see if you've got the crunch down, please?
Uh-oh. On live TV and eat and crunch. Yes.
Sign me up.
And there are no TV bites, once again, I say, in our studio, where we have to guess the crunched up word on screen, okay?
Team in mind, so I'm expecting perfection here.
Now put your eyes across and you see a word within those crunched up letters.
Oh, wow,
I have a feeling I know what it is.
Very on brand.
I'm next level thinking.
Yeah, I know. You see that. This is like another level.
It
Is
is
it breakfast
crunchy.
related?
Okay, it is. It's related to what's right.
Tasty? No, toasty. Toasties?
Bum, bum,
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, this one I don't know, but I'm going to really think hard with confidence. Eating breakfast.
They're never going to get this.
Skateboard. That's what I'm seeing there. Skateboard. No, skateboard doesn't have an F.
breakfast. I'm seeing bay as well, but I mean,
That's already in there.
Proper games.
Well, you were thinking, which neither one of you did. I love that. I'm here for the crunch. I'm here for the toastiness, the flavor, immaculate. Pacoma cornflakes are now extra toasty for more crunch, as you can hear, probably on your side of the TV. So here's the added bonus. You stand a chance. If you buy any Pacoma cornflakes pack, the prompts, you'll be entered. And of course, those T's and C's apply. My mouth is watering so much, I'm struggling to... for creating lasting memories. And today we are very excited to welcome Telkom's Chief Commercial Officer, Simo Mkhize, to discuss the Tap Into Summer Magic campaign. This initiative offers exciting summer deals that we need to jump on, but I think moreover emphasizes how Telkom aims to keep its customers connected while delivering value to businesses and communities across South Africa, because that's their playground. Simo, I love delving deeper into the customers by making all the right kind of deals. Now, we get to tap into some pretty cool deals by tapping into summer magic. Give us the lowdown here. What is the value proposition?
For the summer, we understand that it's been a tough, long year for everyone, and summer is just a time to just let loose and just enjoy ourselves. So people generally that helps them to enjoy themselves over the summer period.
And share the enjoyment. I love the fact that you understand at its heart this is about real human connections, and we need to stay connected, but we do need a little help. And I think the financial pressures really do come to bear at this time of the year when we should be out there enjoying summer, but our pockets are empty. You guys are addressing that in a very powerful way. So let's talk about some of those deals, some of those opportunities for us as the consumer, and how this kind of ties into your broader commercial goal.
Most importantly, at Telkom, we really want to make sure that we lead different. We've got some really exciting, our Flex On offering, which really also got some exciting devices.
Find that balance of offering so much value, but maintaining your commercial success and growth.
It's about taking a long-term view with our customers and saying these customers are going to be with us over a long period of time, and we've seen that. I mean, Telkom now, we have in excess of 21 million customers across our mobile portfolio of offerings.
Well, congratulations, because I know that's on the back of a lot of hard work. And what kind of feedback do you anticipate receiving for this campaign?
We really engage with our customers in much more different means and much engagement platform. So it's not one-way communication. It's not just us talking, engaging, Telkom app where customers can also come in there, engage, talk to us, look at our products, services, and in that sense, that engagement is twofold with our customers. And then there's a lot of buzz already. When you look into social media around our and how this possible begins here for them mean in their respective lives.
I love that. I'm going to round off with a quick one because you've kind of touched on this, and I think bedding down that core relationship with your customer, obviously the main long-term goal here. When you think about how much you've achieved...
A campaign like this is about connecting us with our customers as part of just connectivity. We've got connectivity across fixed, which is fiber, mobile, which is cell phone, and fixed wireless services, as I mentioned earlier, in terms of content and financial services. So really, that for business and for personal use.
Say it for pleasure, my friend, just to kick back and connect with the people that we love. I'm loving you more and more with every word that you say because you listen to the people. So thank you so much for...
Thank you so much, Chet, and thank you too for the opportunity to come and chat to you.
Oh, I think Simone, valuable opportunity. Grab 350 million rand prize pool. That's how much they care. So to enter, simply recharges like petrol vouchers, dining experiences and conditions, but just jump on it. The competition is going to close sooner than we think. I want you.
Keep that spirit going on right now. And we want you to get ready to dribble your way to Sports Stake 8 Millions. And that's by playing Fixture List 804. That's 4:30 p.m. today. And that's all that you need. To know what else is happening on the show? Well, G-Man has the latest. What's happening, bruv?
Buddy, it's a first. When it comes to chuckles, there are very few things that we haven't made. And this is one of them, ultimate desserts. And we love our chuckle all the way from Berlin. They are amazing. Just come to me.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
There are stories of the leaders, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Oh, yeah, Mzansi, welcome back.
You're allowed to substitute, dude.
Yeah, man, because...
If I'd known that, I would have been like, you ain't coming, buddy.
It takes two people to do your job, bro. That's a good job.
Whatever. Or two personalities to match the 9 that are going into my head. But, buddy, we're going to need every personality we have for this discussion.
Absolutely, and I think this is such a pertinent conversation. So understanding how each choice affects...
Using a lay-by plan can fine. I'll pay for it tomorrow. But it's South Africa has right now, okay? And what happens then if you miss one or more of the omitting, maybe taking out an account and then overusing it, thinking,
oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not really paying for it right now. But the lay-by option for me is something that terrifies me in that sense, because if you can't afford it right now, what makes you think you're going to be able to afford it at 33% more
with all those increases?
Later?
Yeah, it's tricky for me and Mike that wants to go for an interview. The opportunity for the interview is happening next week, but he doesn't have the money next week to buy a suit or to shop to look good for the interview, but it might be that investment. By the way, you don't really have a choice. Like, what am I going to do? Do I just not go to the interview?
Back yourself, buddy.
Yeah,
Back
you
yourself.
see what I mean?
Borrow a suit.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking, actually. Okay, ideas are coming through.
Okay. How does that feel? I assume because the credit is there that it's money sitting in a bank, but it's not your money.
Yeah.
And it comes with a cost, with a price tag. And it will mean a lot to you to have this beautiful couch in your hair. Unions have helped their constituents gain access to that kind of funding, and we've seen the negative knock-on effect of. So it's so vital that each individual, each person does the maths before you do it.
And then there's also this thing like buyer's remorse, right? You get that feeling of satisfaction, it's yours. Initially for this, and I'm paying this item
the novelty wore off
the novelty's worn off.
Yeah.
I don't even like this thing anymore. The value's not there.
Maybe it's broken and you haven't even finished
and
paying
now
it off
I'm forced
yet.
to pay off this thing that I don't even like. Oh,
So
tell
we
me,
took
tell me you know what I'm talking about.
No, the
exactly.
pain is real. The PTSD kicked in, man. Hold what? I say this and why I'm feeling this.
Of just external pressures, almost feeling like you're being forced to purchase things because why? That is what we should be asking ourselves. Why should we be putting ourselves on the back foot if we can't afford to do so? Face reality and be real with it.
So you got to go through the checklist. Okay, can I borrow it? No, the bottom line is we can joke about it or repayments. That's when it gets ugly. So please.
The impact of your choices is essential. So with that, yeah, I know it does. So visit absa.co.za and explore the resources that will definitely help you make smarter financial decisions.
Come on.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you.
Oh, it's a busy morning out here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, but I'm getting the apron on and so excited because royalty has arrived. We're talking about Chef Moteba Maketa, who needs no introduction. Now, they're known for their passion for chocolate, the pastries, and she's just someone that's a proud winner of the best dessert in South Africa at the 2023 in the kitchen. We're going to create the ultimate treat for those with a sweet tooth. We're talking about chuckles. Moteba, how are we doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so excited. I've seen you online.
Okay.
Literally every sort of a profile or shot or picture is like kryptonite. It looks so good. You are such a big temptation in this world. And I think we're here for it. And on top of that, I've got to say, high fives, huge congratulations for that win. That is such an honor. How did that feel?
It's, ooh.
You're processing it.
Yes, I don't...
Dance. We're talking about some of my absolute which intimidates me already because I know there's intricacies here. So please take us carefully through this recipe so we can have fun with it.
Okay, so with a little bit of love.
Okay, I'm going to trust you on this one. So what's in the pot there?
So what we're going to start with is all our liquids. So we're going to start with the water and the milk, just to heat that up. And then we're going to melt our butter as well. You can scald it, but it shouldn't really boil.
What is the boiling going to do, if you don't mind me asking?
So then that's when you mess up your ratios, because now all the milk and the water is evaporating as well, and then the ratio between that and the
bacon. So great tip coming through there. Fantastic
just
stuff.
small. So then dissolve your sugar as well in the liquid, and I'm going to add the salt.
Nice.
So that's everything, and then we're going to let that dissolve.
You with anything, by the way?
You can, if you're
I'm
up to the
try.
challenge.
I'm gonna try.
If you're
but
up to the challenge,
keep a sharp eye on me.
like I'm gonna crack. I'm joking. I'm not
look here, those eyes for a minute there. I was starting to believe you.
So what we're gonna start with is just putting our cream in the pot.
All right.
Cream, bit of coffee, and our salt. And that's when we're just going to put that all in the pot.
In the mixing pot?
In
Or
the pot.
Oh, so we're obviously going to heat this up.
Yeah,
All right, so I'm putting, is it 500 mils?
Yes.
Okay, so both of these go in there. So that's the cream going into the pot right now. That's step number one.
Yes.
Okay, nice,
So
all right.
add all of those in.
Yeah, I know, you don't have to go.
You shouldn't take it lightly. So we're going to heat up.
This one, yeah.
We're going to heat up our cream here.
Nice.
Okay, I'm also not going to let that boil. We just
Yes, because we've been paying attention to the chef here. Nice.
Yes. So we're just going to let that heat up and let the coffee dissolve. So now, if you can see, our butter is nice and melted in there.
Yes.
And it didn't really boil. I just scalded it lightly.
Can we, I don't know, I hope this is not too hot, can we just show the camera this? Because let me tell you, Mzansi is watching so attentively to see if they can maybe replicate this or at least just understand what's going on for now.
No, they'll be able.
That looks good, okay.
Yeah, so I like to use a wooden spoon now when I'm about to add my flour. I just like a wooden spoon. You have more control.
And the effects of osmosis with wood. But this makes sense. Comfort and just pure ease. All right, we don't have to overcomplicate it.
No, just a wooden spoon. It's almost like when you're making pap, you know?
Of course,
you need a bit of a wooden spoon.
Get some of that. Oh, yeah, she's not lying. It absolutely does. Can we maybe again, I know I'm asking this so often, but can we show the camera this? Because step by step, you are just showing off here, to be honest with you.
So it's just pulling away from the side. So that's when you know your mixture's ready and we just want to cook out the flour so that it's not raw. Okay. So I'm going to leave that just for a little bit. And we're still watching our cream here, but it's all nice and dandy. So that's going to cook for a little bit. What we can do is crack eggs in here.
Okay.
So a nice tip is just crack eggs beforehand so that no...
And I can just pick the shells out.
So the nice trick is if there's a shell in there, you just pick it up with the shell and it's sort of...
We got the, like the scoop ladle part of the egg. I'm going to try to do this with one.
No coordination for that as well.
I prefer the two-handed method as well because I often get eggs in my. So listen, crazy. I had a bit of a cracked egg in my drink. So
I've cracked a few eggs in
word of warning, yeah.
Yeah, a few times I have cracked an egg in there. So what we're going to do, so you can do this by hand, but it's easier with the stand mixer.
Your skills and your tools too. But we're here for it because we want to know how chefs do it. And obviously this is the elevated version of how to make this. But I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could try this at home and do this by hand, right?
You can, no. I'm just incorporating more air and it will help the eggs. Just going to add out, so that's incorporated. And then we add our last egg. There we go.
I feel like I'm watching a science experiment go down here. I'm so curious as to all these steps.
Yeah, pastry is 100% science and just patience.
Yeah. But you have this calm about you. You're busy mixing, you've got to keep...
Yes.
And you could be fretting and going in between stations. But you seem like you're just dancing through everything right now and absolutely loving what you're doing. So you're making me feel calm about this. You're making baking sound very, very appealing to, I think, everybody. So, yeah, I know we have to be patient with this. Rushing you, obviously. What are our next steps in this process? Where are we at right now?
So now what we're going to do, our cream is slowly getting there. We're just going to pour our warm cream into our ganache, into our chocolate.
Okay.
So the nice thing about a ganache, super easy. It's equal parts chocolate to equal parts cream.
So it's like a uncle. All right. So that's why we're going to that's the piping bag. That's everything. I wanted to ask you about, like, let's say, for instance, the chuckles that we've been using now and are using for this ingredient. Why is it something that you love incorporating into baking so much? I mean, you're the one that's got all the experience. We're going to hopefully find out, though.
Because chuckles are amazing.
Enough said.
No, chuckles are amazing.
Enough said.
They're not too sweet for me, and they're super chocolatey, super rich, but, like, it's like this comfort of, like, I feel like we all have chuckles and, like, you know. So now
we all do, yeah?
Yeah, so now now that the cream is nice and warm, just gonna pour.
You're speaking about chuckles, I've got to just mention to you, Mzansi, I'm going to plug in on all the good stuff, and especially when we're looking at all this good stuff right here. I mean, who says you can't have it all, right? So I want you to remember that you can find this delicious Chuckles Eclairs recipe on Woolies chocolate, and you can enjoy the sweet life until the all of this up. Do you want me to assist you in it?
So we pipe this.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can just show a quick piping of that.
Please.
Put those.
You know, I'm just showing off to our cameraman always, so don't mind me while I'm just making a view for what looks like. So this is the eclair.
This is the eclair part of it. So you just do a few rows, space them out nicely, and then we'll bake them in the oven at 190.
And then skills there by just finishing off the eclairs that we off your skills right now. So Mzansi, pay attention to the chef do her thing. Motebe Maketa, I can't thank you enough for coming through in the kitchen. Perfection. You are literally just showing off. With that being said, Mzansi, I hope you enjoy this. Get over to Woolworths. Enjoy, guys. Yeah, this is so good.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro,
It's my feel good.
Begins by playing fixture list 8-0 court offside, plays sports stake in-store, online, national lottery performance.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Another feel-good production.
What's new from Clover? New flavored full cream milk. All the creamy goodness you'd expect from Clover milk with calcium and vitamin D. Available in delicious chocolate and strawberry flavors.